Alright, so what we're going to do today is open up a new tab, and then over here where the waffle is, I want you to come down here and click on Slides. And you could create a new slide. Let me just delete this real quick. And so create a new slide. And then over to the right are some themes. You could change the themes later. I'm just going to use this one for now. And so what I want you guys to do on your slide is I want you to type in for the title, Investments Based on Data. Okay. And then down here for the subtitle, what I want you to do is just put your name. So you'll say, my name is Thomas C. Adams. You put your name. And then another common thing in academia is you would put, now you guys are in high school, so you guys would put your high school. But Mr. Adams graduated from college, so I would list the most recent school. And so I would put like my latest degree and where I got that degree from. So you guys are just going to put in your high school. Okay. Alright, so now the next thing is over here, and then if you click on the title, it'll automatically put that in here. But add your name, and guess what you do next? Share that with Mr. Adams. You guys remember how to do that? So at some point, when you get caught up to me, once you have the name, put your name in the title and then come over here to share. And then you would just type in T. Adams up there at the top. Okay. And then that's it. Okay, so from here we're going to click on plus. And then the first thing I want to do is, in your own words, we need to type the background. So what I want you to do is, in your own words, I'm going to share this kind of like a template of what to follow, because not everybody's here today. They could look at it. But in your own words, describe the scenario. You guys don't type these words. Where the money came from. And you can be creative. I said a distant relative. If you want to say great uncle Jim Bob, whatever, you could be creative. Where the money came from. How you, what was your plan? Or I would even say, what was the rationale behind the plan of investing? How did you research? What was your goal? Stuff like that, okay? So I would say, my Aunt Tilda left me $200,000 because I am a teacher and I don't need money. I decided, I'm having a little fun here, decided to invest the money. I researched, and this is a short version, you guys can do a little better than this. I researched 8 publicly traded companies and picked 3 to invest in over the next 20 years. I think I misspelled publicly. Yeah. My goal was to have and then you guys fill in the rest, okay? Does that make sense? So on the next one, and you can come back to that and finish filling that in. So hit the plus tab and you'll have another one. So now for this one, what I want you to do is I want you to type method. Research, data analysis, and predictions. And so you would say, I researched what you researched. Stocks on Yahoo Finance. Again, you would do this kind of in your own words. I chose 3 specific stocks based on my needs. I collected share values over, I chose, sorry. You know, probably up here we should probably say, well, hold on. I researched stocks, and then in parentheses put 8 companies on Yahoo Finance. I collected share values of the past 5 years. I calculated a linear regression, which is a fancy way of saying y equals mx plus b. I estimated the value of shares in 2043. And keep in mind, I'm going to share this with you guys. And we're going to work on this today and tomorrow. And we'll fine tune it. We'll double check for grammar errors. I'm sure I'm going to have some grammar errors for sure. Okay. Now this is the part that's going to be the fun part. I'm going to do my first company, Tesla. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put, I can do a snapshot of the screenshot. Like I could do a screenshot of the table of values, right? So, or I can actually insert the I could insert the stuff from the Google Drive. So, do you guys know how to take screenshots on your Chromebook? Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to we'll play this by ear and see how it works. You can import a chart. So let's just import the chart. So if you go down to Insert Chart and see where it says From Sheets, we're going to click on that. Now what I need to do is I've got it right here. I got to make sure that I have my stock market. So I'm going to put stock market Thomas Adams because you guys have shared it with me. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to do the Tesla chart. See how that popped up? So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to import it. And it takes a second. And you can change it or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. So you pick your first stock, put her in there. And we'll just wait a second, see if anybody has any questions. Anybody having any issues? Were you able to import it? All right, so guess what? Now, here's the beauty of this. If you guys didn't change the colors, I knew when I started doing this, that's why Mr. Adams was changing colors and doing all that stuff. I knew it would go in the presentation. When you go back to your spreadsheet, any change that you make in the spreadsheet will automatically update in your presentation. So if you're working on your spreadsheet and Mr. Adams looks at it and says, uh-oh, you guys made a math error, go back to the spreadsheet, change it, and it'll automatically change it in the thing. So I'm trying to make this easier for you. So get a new slide, and then we're going to do the second company, right? So I'm going to go Insert Chart, and then I'm going to get it from the spreadsheet. I'm going to click on this. I think Salesforce was the next one. Okay. See how that's looking? Now, how many of you guys have all 8 companies done? Okay. So we are going to put all 8 in this spreadsheet. All right. So I'm just going to go down the list, and if you don't have all 8 done, just put the ones that you have. And so let's take our time. And if you're like, wait, slow down, Mr. Adams, I don't know what you're doing. Just watch me. I'm going to input a new slide. Then I'm going to go to Insert. Then I'm going to go to Chart. Then I'm going to go to Spreadsheets. And then I'm just going to select the next company. International Business Machines. And you might have a grammar error or misspelling or something. Remember, if you change this in the other spreadsheet, it'll automatically update. So just go through. Remember, add a new slide. Insert a chart. Go to Google Sheets. And then select which charts from your Google Sheet you did. Okay. And I'm just going to do this for all of my companies. And while I'm doing my companies, you do yours. I don't know if I did 8. Uh-oh. I have Bitcoin there. Now I've got one more to do, but I noticed I didn't make it a fancy color. So I'm going to do a new chart, and I'm going to insert chart from spreadsheets. My last one was NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not fancy, or at least the title isn't. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to go back to my chart, which is somewhere in here. I'm going to have so many of them. Let me just do it like this first. So I'm going to pull up my chart, and I'm going going to tweak my NVIDIA chart. So I think on all these, I changed all the colors. So I'm going to make that, but I'll make it this color. I don't know if I like that color. Let's do like a dark orange. And then this one will be like orange. Do I have an orange? Yeah, I do have an orange. Shoot. I don't have a... What colors do I have? I don't have... Well, the light blue works, so we'll just do the light blue. It's just kind of hard to see. So... Maybe I'll just... No. Problem is reading it. So anyways, I'm going to change the color. Maybe I'll do pink. Can I read pink? But I have pink. Do I have purple? I have purple. I don't have pink. So we'll do pink. Pink's easier to read. And remember, when you make the changes on this, you just click on the item you want to change. We'll do pink here. I'm going to change this to chart. Make this big, and we'll do pink. Okay, boom. And now, if I see how this says update, I'm doing this on purpose to show you. So now that I've changed that, I can update this and see how that did all that. And I noticed that this is not in bold, so I'm just going to do this, and then go back here, and then click on the chart. And then, that's it. Well, it'll give me a second. Let me go here and then go here. Yeah. Okay? And it'll update when I refresh this. So then, once you guys have all this stuff done, the next thing we want to do are talk about the calculations. So, up here we talk about calculations. So open a new thing, type in calculations. And then type in your first company. So I would say Tesla, calculations, Tesla. And I'll run through this with you guys real quick. I'll say in 2023, a share of Tesla was valued at, and you say, well, where do I get that information from? Oh, this is misspelled too. Well, the spreadsheet. So I got to go back to Tesla on my spreadsheet, and it's this number right here, $236.08. Okay, was valued at $236.08. The linear model was, and then we got to type in our y equals mx plus b. So we can copy that from here. For Tesla, it was y equals 0.23x plus 22.7. So I would say y equals 0.23x plus 22.7. And you could, maybe space it out a little bit, make it look a little cleaner. I don't know. the value per share for 2043 equals 0.23. Now, how many days was that? 5,028 days, right? Plus 22.7. That was the formula we used. And then to get that value, you go back to your original spreadsheet, and that was this number here, right? So for Tesla, it was 1179.14. So I'm going to come back in here and go 1179 point, what was it? 14 for me. 74. And I should say the estimated. And I'm going to clean up some of this stuff. I don't think I need capitals here. Okay. All right, cool. You guys able to keep up? I don't want to go too fast. I'll give you guys time to put that in. And then what you want to do is you say, if I were to invest, and then you choose how much you would invest. Now, I think this is the part that you need to decide, but it doesn't matter. You could say 200,000. Today, the estimated value in 2043 would be, and then what you do is you come in here to this and you say, all right, if I invest 200,000, the estimated value would be this number, right? Which is 998,000. So I got to copy this in there. 998,932 for me, and you guys copy in your own numbers. 932 period 56. And then I would put in parentheses how many shares that would be. So that's this number here, which will be 842 for me. So I would just say 842 shares. Actually, you know what? I would move that right after the 200,000. Actually, put it after the word today. And then guess what? You do that for the rest of the 8 companies. Actually, you know what? To make things easier, I'm just going to have you do that for your top 3. Okay? So whatever your top 3 is, and then say what you're going to do. So I'm going to change this real quick to 80,000, and that'll change all my numbers. So if I come in here and I say 80,000, that changes all my numbers. That would be 339 shares. And then the estimated value would be 399,573. So this would be 399,573, 399, comma 573 dot 02. And then for the next one, what I would do is I would do 2 of 3. So I would say my next company, I would do Apple, which will be 2 of 3. And you have to change the values. And then the next thing I would do would be whatever. NVIDIA was pretty good. Yeah, let's do NVIDIA. And so remember that these numbers have to add up. So maybe for Apple, I only do 60,000, right? And then that means 80 and 80, that's 160. Maybe I do 40,000 in Apple, right? They have to add up to whatever. And so then I have to make those adjustments for each one. So for Apple, I would come in here. Actually, I could just get the information from Apple here. Did I do Apple? No, I didn't do Apple. So I've got to change mine to Amazon. I helped a bunch of kids do Apple, but. And then you change all this information. This becomes Amazon. I know we're almost out of time. And then we go back and we look at the shares of stock for Amazon. That was 147.73. So this is 147.73. Okay. I'm going to have to put the linear model here. I'm going to have to make this calculation here. And then do this calculation here. And that's part 1 of what we would do. Okay? And we'll do a part 2 to this. Any questions so far?